Hey everyone, it's Agent Meat from Delta Tactical. In today's video, I'm going to go over a build that everybody should have as a new or returning player, and that's the Heartbreaker build. So the way I normally run this build is with the Memento backpack, 4 pieces of Heartbreaker, and the Picaro's holster. Kingbreaker, rock and roll shotgun. Now, not everybody has all of those gear pieces, especially if you're new to the game or you're just returning to the game. So I've done some testing. I've created an alternative to that with 4 pieces of Heartbreaker, contractor's gloves, and Fenris knee pads. I've also run this with Fox's prayers, but again, not everybody may have Fox prayer. Certainly an alternative. The damage output is very, very close between the two of them. The Fox's prayer actually edges the Fenris knee pads just slightly in the testing I've done down in the range. The gameplay you're going to see is running with the Fenris knee pads. So, for the weapons, I'm also going to run the Police M4 in this loadout, and just a regular ACS-12, and you can see it's nothing special. I did roll on damage to targets out of cover. It's got Sadist as a talent, which doesn't really help or hurt the build. It doesn't really add anything to it. And you can see that it's 60% rolls for damaged armor and shotgun damage. The advantage of using the auto shotgun is it will build your Heartbreaker stacks very quickly when you enter an engagement. In the gameplay, the way you play this build is it's all about managing your bonus armor or the stacks for your Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker stacks with the 4-piece. Headshots, yes, they will apply pulse. I'll get back to the class that I'm running to guarantee that I'm pulsing enemies. But weapon hits on pulsed enemies add a stack of 1% bonus armor and 1% damage to pulsed enemies to a max of 50 stacks. I'm running both the backpack and the chest piece. The backpack talent increases total bonus armor gain per stack of Heartbreaker from 1% to 2%. And on the chest piece, it increases max stacks for Heartbreaker from 50 to 100. Again, the way you have to manage this build is keeping an eye on your bonus armor and making sure that you're not taking actual damage, that you keep your bonus armor up. I'm running 2 skills. Shield, again, it helps me manage the bonus armor or the Heartbreaker stacks. And the Striker drone. It does a little bit of damage, but more importantly, it draws aggro away from me and onto the drone itself. So again, it helps me manage the Heartbreaker stacks. So getting into the build altogether, I'm running the Technician class. The reason for that is the linked laser pointer. So once you've put 15 points, 3 stacks into the rifle, it will give you the linked laser pointer. What you're going to see in the video that I'm running is I didn't actually apply the 15% bonus to shotguns for the clip footage that you're going to see. I had it incorrectly spec'd into a submachine gun. It's very important when you do a build that you make sure that you're spec'd into the weapons that you're going to be using for this build. So again, Technician class. My primary is a Police M4 with damage to targets out of cover and flatline. Since I'm pulsing the enemies anyway, I may as well get consistent 15% amplified damage on the weapon itself. I'm running the crit chance mod for the optics. I'm running the extended mag, so it's 51 rounds when you put one in the chamber. Long underbarrel rail is the linked laser pointer. and crit chance on the muzzle. For the ACS-12, again, shotgun damage, damage to targets out of cover, sadist. For the optics, I'm running weapon handling. I find that just helps all shotguns. And then the linked laser pointer for the underbarrel range. And that's important that you run the linked laser pointer on both. You want to be pulsing your enemies for every shot that you take. For the gear, or for the secondary, I'm running the Busy Little Bee. I don't use it very often. It does amplify your weapon damage when you do use it. Every shot that you take to a different target, and you only have to shoot one, but it's not the number of shots that you take, it's the number of shots you take on different targets. It'll give you up to 10 stacks, and each stack gives you 20% weapon damage. So it is... I've just not incorporated it into my play style to be taking shots with my pistol. I should, but it is what it is. So the pieces themselves, I'm running the mask. Everything's rolled to crit chance, and all of the pieces that accept a mod are running crit damage. So Heartbreaker mask, max armor, max crit chance, an 11.8 crit damage mod. Backpack is max armor, max crit chance, and 11.3 damage mod. Holster, max armor, max crit chance. The backpack, max armor, max crit chance, and an 11.4 crit damage mod. For the gloves, I'm running Contractors, and again, the secondary attribute has been rolled to crit damage. It's max weapon damage, max damage to armor, max crit damage. And for the Fenris knees, again, max weapon damage, max crit chance, and max crit hit damage. What that gives me for stats for the weapon itself is I'm exactly on 50% crit hit chance, and I'm 103.5 crit damage, 75% headshot damage. Where possible, you want to try and get those headshots because it does take down enemies quicker. For the armor, it's 1.5 million armor, and you'll notice there's no armor on kill, there's no armor regen, so this build truly is all about management of your Heartbreaker stacks, your bonus armor, etc. It's a tier 5 shield because of, with tiers for the shield, skill tiers and armor cores will buff up the shield tiers themselves. So it's a 5-tier shield. It's got 4 million health. The important thing to understand, and I am going to show this in a clip near the end, is if you put yourself in a situation where you're surrounded, or there's a lot of enemies focused on just you, the shield is not invulnerable, and neither are you. You will die very quickly. And again, I am going to show that. My intention was to chase down an elite resource convoy. I was a little late getting to it, so it was actually at the control point, and I aggroed some people behind me on the way in. So I got surrounded and killed very, very quickly. But I'm going to show that video just to make the point that it truly is all about awareness of your surroundings, awareness of the enemies that are around you, knowing your limitations with the build. Again, there's no armor regen on it, so it's all about managing the Heartbreaker stacks. The gameplay that I'm going to show you is from Lincoln Memorial. I did a quick run through there on challenging. There's no audio commentary on the run itself. And then at the end, I'll show the failure, if you will, doing the resource convoy, just because of lack of awareness on my part.
We need you to secure the memorial and remove the True Sons' forces. They maintain this outpost. The True Sons will be a direct threat to the campus.
Got a visual on additional hostiles in the Memorial compound. They're moving south. There's a gate between you. It looks closed from here.
Agent, you'll need to find a way to open that gate.
All clear. I repeat, the compound is all clear.
No, that can't be all of them.
There's someone out there. Check the area.
According to the schematics Isaac pulled upstairs, we can lock that tunnel door from their control center. That should keep them from being able to transport those mortars loaded with targets. on and head back up. The team from the campus is taking position inside the memorial. Today, we dealt a great blow to the True Sun's infrastructure. We confiscated a massive cache of chemical weapons and eliminated a stronghold near the campus. You should be proud. You saved a lot of lives today.
So welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay, or hope you've watched to this point. Again, Heartbreaker build, I believe, is a must-have for new and returning players. It's a great DPS build. You do have to manage the Heartbreaker stacks while you're playing it, but it's a lot of fun. If you've enjoyed the content, please comment below. Like and subscribe. It does help the YouTube algorithm. And thanks for watching.